I just want to go on record as saying that I did not choose this movie.
I didn't choose this movie either.
And I was highly offended by this movie.
Yeah.
Welcome to the movie dump,
where we ask the slightly inappropriate questions that go along with this movie, kind of, sort of, but not really. Such as, if you're a redhead and never go to the dentist, you get gingivitis.
Well, let's try not to make this podcast any more politically incorrect as this week's will be.
Wow.
I stand behind the movie I picked. Its craptitude was only slightly outdone by its horrible lighting and its offensiveness.
I'm not even talking. Nope.
Nope.
Fine,
Nope.
and I'll
Not
talk.
doing it.
This movie was great. I've never watched a movie that was so incredibly offensive, yet could appeal to all the senses on every possible level more than this movie.
Just
could
saying,
possibly do.
I've said a lot of politically incorrect things on this podcast so far.
A couple.
Helen Keller jokes, Mexican jokes, I'm sure, monkey jokes.
Yep.
There's been a lot.
I don't think monkey jokes are really politically incorrect.
I'm sure they are. They prefer to be called simians.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This movie... wow.
Well, Scott, why don't you just tell everybody what you brought in?
I brought in... Wait for it.
God.
Special Dead. Remember the last episode where I was sort of like, I'm just going to either bring in Retarded or Special Dead? Well, I picked Special Dead.
Because Special Dead has the more politically correct title, I guess.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. I mean, I just picked it basically because I figured there were more retards in Special Dead than there was in Retarded.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say that may be politically incorrect.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
No, I think, I don't even know if I can talk about this movie.
Look, I picked this movie specifically because there is potential for it to be the greatest zombie movie of all time. It was the special education people fighting zombies.
Why don't we
There is nothing wrong with that.
All right, let's backtrack right there. That's what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it ended up being some boss man wannabe motherfucker who just wielded nunchucks and made out with zombies.
Yeah, he actually made out with zombies. Obviously, this guy failed. He did not read the Zombie Survival Handbook at all because
I don't even think the zombies read the Zombie Survival Handbook.
No, they did not. They weren't very up on their zombie culture references on this.
Who made this? When did this come out?
This was
it came
worse
out in
than
2006.
This was like worse than a trauma film and an asylum film mixed together.
Well,
this was like this ranked in there like this was a really bad film school's final project.
It looked like it was a group of people wanting to make a zombie film, and they knew of a location where if they snuck on the property at night and shot it all in one day or one night and then left. There's no lighting. Everything was just shot in the dark.
I think even what I just said was a little bit too generous about it. I don't think this was a film school's project. I think this was like the fat guy that hangs out at Comic-Con decided, I want to make a movie.
Yeah.
And he got 4 or 5 of his friends together and made a movie with his Sony Handycam.
There are so many places.
This had 2 directors, by the way.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
And it was written by Jared Tweedle. We are looking at you.
Jared Tweedle, you are a fucking dumbass.
Oh, wait, it's Jared Tweedy. Never mind.
Well, sorry, Jared Tweedle. I take that back.
I'm sorry, Jared Tweedle.
Jerry Tweedle sitting at home like, hey,
I didn't write anything.
What did I do to you guys?
I wrote the sequel. I didn't write the original.
I take your cyberbullying highly offensive.
It's fun. What was his last name?
Tweedy.
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 It's Tweedie.
Like the bird, Tweedy?
Yep.
Well,
without the T's.
Without the T's. Well, fuck it. We're giving him the T at the end.
Okay. All right. Fine.
This
Some people's names have been slightly misspelled to protect the
Their
writers.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, I'll just come out and say I'm not all for damning the word retard.
I just love how you're trying to dance around this.
I know.
The people with the slightly lower than average IQs may not be in an institution of some sort.
I wouldn't
put
even
through special
say that.
classes in high school and junior high.
No.
Set down that one wing of the hall where nobody wants. No. Okay, all right.
I know that there's this big, huge uproar about that the R word. And
Republican?
Yep.
Somebody's been watching the Rachel Maddow show.
But
every day with Rachel Ray.
It's Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray.
I'm trying to make a point here.
Not doing a good job.
I don't think that you should be calling people that, or you say as a derogatory term. But I mean, it's
wait. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
And go.
I don't think you should be using the word retard as a derogatory term to expressing someone, especially someone with special needs or whatnot, handicaps, as a word of saying like, oh, that's lame, like slang that way. Yeah, it's okay, maybe. But to damn the whole entire word.
I'm so like foreshadowing what you're saying right now, and you're like, you know what? You guys shouldn't use the word retarded. That shit's just gay. I mean, shit, that's really faggy, you guys. Like, wait a minute. You can't just do that.
Stop being queer. Stop using the word retard.
All right, big disclaimer. I'm pretty sure this podcast is going to have a lot of offensive things in here, but we just can't dance around it anymore. This is what the movie was about, and we're just going to go with it and talk about it. Deal with it. Sorry if we offend anyone.
I really should just read the synopsis.
If you're going to be offended by this, don't listen. That's all I have to say. We'll see you next week.
Guys, we have nothing to worry about because nobody's listening anyway. So, yeah. Except for that one guy in Maryland. You're awesome.
Welcome to the Reverse Psychology webcast. Don't listen to this. Ever. Anyway.
Whatever you do, don't listen. Just stop. Stop what you're doing. Go outside. Look at birds. Just don't listen
Stop
to this.
Stop the podcast right now. Don't subscribe. Whatever you do, don't hit the subscribe button. Never email us. Oh, well.
They're not.
So, yeah. No. Okay, well, I'll just read the synopsis here if I get too...
Is there an actual synopsis?
Yeah, it's actually longer than a lot of them are, actually. The shittier the movie, the longer the synopsis seems to get.
Because they're trying to justify what they did.
It's like they have to explain, what's going on.
If you cannot give me a log line for this movie, no, forget it.
Well,
I'm gonna try and think of a log line while Scott's doing this synopsis here.
I have a very inappropriate log line, but I'm gonna leave it to myself. Anyway, until later. But anyway, so this is Special Dead. It was made in 2006, and the synopsis goes as this. When a zombie plague infects camps...
Hold on. I was totally expecting you to go, the synopsis is like this.
Okay. When the zombie plague infects Camp Special Dude, a new brand for the mentally handicapped, a ragtag band of campers and counselors struggle to survive the night. Led by an indifferent, nunchuck-wielding head counselor Mac and his wheelchair-bound sister Dale, the unlikely heroes fight their way off the mountain, and one by one, they're picked off and join the ranks of the Walking Dead. It's a campy stampede of blood, boobs, and gore, and some very special people show they can kick some serious undead ass. There you go. Happy, Nick?
I just want you to know that I loaded up a special soundbite for today, and I'm just going to hit it right now.
Mimsy!
Ben just gave me this.
God damn it, Steve.
That's Counselor Steve.
Yeah.
So now they broke the handicap special education ice there.
Actually, that was one thing that really... Not the lighting. I mean, the lighting was atrocious.
Not the lighting.
The lighting was atrocious, but...
We'll get into that.
I know that they're supposed to be special ed students that are campers or whatever. That's the whole point of the thing. But every single one of them had that stereotypical like voice that you were just using.
Yeah.
Every single one.
It's the type of it's that they got everything really fucked up with whatever we're calling them today. They had the whole like hand over the chest.
It's what you would see in high school or middle school. Hey, Facebook update. We have been canceled.
Guys, please stop talking about this. I'm feeling uncomfortable.
Your podcast will be canceled by tomorrow, Nick. Way to go, Nick. Thanks a lot.
We're being pulled off of
Trying
iTunes.
to save it. All of a sudden, Nick just offends somebody, and that's it. So.
No, they use that very stereotypical. I guess it would be the. I don't.
You know
what it is? It's
the derogatory
stereotypical
depiction of
it's when
of
when you're in 5th grade and someone's like, "Oh, you retarded," and they slap their chest type
doing
thing.
the hand to the chest.
Well, you know what I think was completely fucking just off the rocker, politically incorrect wasn't just the fact that they did it like that. Was the fact that they gave everybody stupid hats.
How are you supposed to know if they're not retarded if they don't have stupid hats? Isn't that how the special education folk go around in your state?
The prop department went straight to Spencer's and looked on the wall and found like the stupidest fucking hats, and they're like, "Oh, retarded person would actually wear that. I'm getting this for the movie." And then they just tied it around their head, and then like they pat them on their ass, line of cocaine, send them on their way.
I don't think they need line of cocaine.
Bringing that line back.
Yes. Bringing it back, working it back in there. Yeah. Wow.
Remember, Ben, every time there's a lull in the conversation, I'm just going to say something offensive.
Do you want to do a soundbite of some of their acting chops?
The only thing considered notes that I did was just write down a whole bunch of sound bites.
Well, let's do one.
Let's do it, yeah.
I'll just work down the line. Yeah, I'm just going to work down the line. So, here we go, first sound bite.
Mac. Mac.
What?
If we were attacked by a puma right now, would you defend me?
No.
Really?
Look, fuck me as hard as you want. The answer's still no. You're hot, babe, but, I'm not going to get eaten by a man lion for you.
So anyway,
I would just like to state right now, due to the lull in the conversation, pointed-headed window licker. And go.
God damn it, man.
Man.
On me.
Shit.
I told you.
Oh,
Wow.
why?
We know why Scott's German now.
This is why he's German and lives alone.
Yeah,
Shit.
well,
Man.
I have my charms.
Shit. Well, I was gonna say that the main character, I guess he's pretty much the main character.
He was like one of the two.
He really, if you ever watch Pawn Stars, there's that character Big Hoss. He reminds me of Big Hoss.
Which guy?
The main character, the guy with the sunglasses. He reminded me of Big Hoss.
Big Hoss, I think, is what
the Big Boss Man. I guess he's the younger of
yeah.
the. It's just the way he sounded, I think, is what reminded me of him.
Maybe.
Big Hoss is way fucking cooler than this guy was.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying.
This guy...
Don't
It's like
lie.
Stephen Blackman and Big Boss Man had a bastard child.
And left him in the woods.
And left him in the woods.
Yeah, because this guy knew karate, too. Or he knew nunchucks.
You know what it was? It was the guy that, sat in his mom's basement and thought he was cool because he had a pair of nunchucks. And he would practice around with them, very Napoleon Dynamite-esque. And they were like, hey, we'll put you in a movie. You could twirl your nunchucks around. Look how cool I am.
They really picked a bad actor for the lead actor in this, I think, because this guy sucked.
The
He
only
had
really sucked.
The only
bad
good
acting.
actor that they had was the black guy, which
Yeah.
I think we have a theory that he was the one that recorded all the rap songs because they just randomly would throw rap songs in there that were very
Inappropriately
Inappropriate, yeah.
placed almost. I mean, you'd be watching like zombies tearing people apart, and suddenly
It's
rap
like, yo,
thing would copy and you'd be like, what?
Fuck
That doesn't
bitch
fit,
last
but
night
no, well.
in the club with Perry on Dawn and
Perry
Crystal,
on Dawn.
or I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, I guess Ben's not classy.
I guess not.
With my Perignon Dong.
Oh, at least that song is better than this song. Soundbite.
Baby, do me. 'Cause I'm the only choice left. Unless you wanna ball some disabled guy like Buck. So fuck my python like you mean fucking business. Come on!
So you're right, that was a pretty shitty song, actually.
Fun fact, that was the song I played for my date at prom.
I was going to say, you were going to play that at your wedding.
Oh, okay, okay. Or Ben's wedding, too.
Fuck my python.
That guy died pretty fast in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that was one thing I can, you know, if you got to give this movie credit for something, it really,
They did-
it just went right into it. Which I think really helped speed it up, because this movie had potential to be just ball-breakingly long.
I think...
It was at the end. I said
Yeah,
that
at the end it was, yeah.
I said that it had the reverse butt crack syndrome, where it was good at the beginning, all the action, everything that you wanted was at the beginning, and then it just dragged on for the last part of it.
It really was, like, the first 20 minutes I was, like, where I got any enjoyment out of this film at all, if there was any. And it was the thing that they fucked up with is, obviously, this movie was not very politically correct, and obviously they knew that making this shit, or they're just idiots.
Little
But
column A, little column B.
yeah, but
You know?
It had potential.
It's like for this movie to turn out good, they had to push the envelope and keep pushing it, and they didn't do that at all. Like the only, I think the part at the very beginning where they started like introducing all these characters and stuff, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, oh my god, no, they are not really. They named the guy Tard. Like,
Yeah, it was Tard Slater. Was
Tard
the guy.
Tard Slater. I'm like, as soon as they did that, I'm like, oh my god, are you fucking serious?
Actually, that's the next soundbite on my list.
Oh.
Soundbite.
My name is Todd Slater. I like arts and crafts. Nice to meet you. Do you like Shark Week?
I think Discovery Channel needs to sue them for using the reference Shark Week in this.
Oh, I'm never watching Shark Week.
Yeah, because that is directly hurting their sphere of influence.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
See, I have no problem with them pushing the envelope. That's funny. I mean, if you could do it right, it's good. But you have to have some sort of redeeming value for it. I mean, with this, there was really no purpose of it being a special ed camp. There was no purpose of having them there because they weren't the ones that defeated the zombies. It was this dumb guy wearing the fucking sunglasses all the time.
I can't even call this like an exploitation film, because like exploitation films are always like
it's empowering whoever
it is, and they're just like, ha ha ha, retarded people are stupid. Look at them, they're running around and
that's what they
lick trees.
Like when I saw this movie and the other movie, which we're not watching because I just don't think I could take another one.
No,
I was really, really, really hoping that that there would be more retarded jokes, obviously mentally handicapped zombies. Just throw the stereotypes out there, man. Come on.
I was hoping for
retards fighting zombies.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
It
was the
hijinks, man.
Campers,
hijinks. That's what I wanted.
Special ed campers defeating the zombies and killing the zombies, but not knowing that they're fucking doing it.
Yeah,
they're doing it just because they're they're challenged, they're special, they're retarded, and they're just out there.
We gotta get out of this, you guys!
Yeah,
just the one
retarded
retarded person who discovers that his drool is the thing that cures zombieism.
Yeah,
that should have been in there, but it wasn't.
Yeah, just something stupid that
more elbow
them...
biting, less stupid, bad lit, fighting things.
Like, if you laugh at this movie, there's something wrong with you, because it's not funny. It's just like
I laughed at the beginning.
The only thing that you laugh at
stuff at the beginning is just like you're laughing because you're like,
I can't
Oh my
believe
God.
they went there. Like,
I can't
seriously.
believe that they did that.
You're not laughing at the subject matter. You're laughing at the fact that they were dumb enough to try and do something with that.
I was
and
laughing-
not follow through with it. Just
I was seriously laughing at this just because
You're not
at the
laughing
beginning-
with them.
Well, I thought I was laughing because I was like, "Oh my god, this is gonna be so awesome! It's gonna be freaking like they're just ripping out. They could use so many stereotypes." That's what I was laughing because it was a laugh of expectation. That's what
yeah, it was
Yeah.
because they had the whole setup of these retard they're retards and they're not going to do anything or they're not going to be able to help us or hold their own or yada yada yada. It was pretty much the main guy was just showing look at how cool he is, how badass he is. And he just kept ripping on the special needs.
It's not like there was any sympathy. There wasn't any part where he's like, "I got to get these kids out of here" or something like that.
The guy was very one dimensional the whole entire time, and there was no like sudden urgency of like that. Oh fuck, we're screwed. We're in this bad situation. We need to get the fuck out of here. It was just there's a zombie. Let me hit him with my nunchucks and pop off his head. All right, let's go.
This is almost the equivalency of a snuff film, if you think about it. Like, there's no story arc here. There's no climax or anything with the story. It's just, it hits a certain level and it just goes and then it ends.
At least like trauma
the ground
films try to
limping and
have
just
some
keeps
sort
on
of thing.
trudging off towards the
It
sunset.
is. It's the dog that got hit by a car and is slowly trying to get his way home type thing. That's what this movie felt like.
Yep.
Soundbite.
Shut up, Mimsy!
I love Mimsy soundbites.
Mimsy!
Seriously, the Mimsy soundbites are giving me much more enjoyment than actually having to watch that movie.
Yeah. Okay, like really, when South Park makes fun of handicapped people,
That was sort of what I was
it's funny
expecting.
as shit.
I was sitting there, I'm like, it's like, there's not one single short bus in this entire movie. What the crap is going on?
Not at all. It's just, you know what? This is going back to the monkey movie where like where Every Which Way But Loose. It was a Clint Eastwood movie with monkeys in it. No, this was a zombie movie with retards in it. There's just like no point of them even being in here, like at all.
I don't think any of them were actually handicapped.
No, not at all. None of them were. None of them.
None of them were.
Well,
not
no,
single
the
one.
one really big guy.
He looked like he could have been.
Wasn't.
He was a mumbling, trudging buffoon.
I don't think any of them were actually mentally handicapped.
Oh, no, not in real life, no.
No, not in real life. And that was the one thing that was also kind of
Where's Corky?
yeah. It wasn't offensive. It was just kind of like, come on, really? You're gonna do that? Like, they just started killing off the retards really fast.
Yeah.
They're just like, the one guy, he just wants to go to the bathroom. He's going to the bathroom, and then a fucking zombie comes out and attacks him. And then you have the one girl with the helmet that saved the black guy, and
Who later stole a car.
yeah, and there was like this really good. There's a storyline that was actually going somewhere, and then they fucking just kill her. She gets bit by the zombie. And
I thought,
the guy
like,
walks off, and then later on, she appears and steals a car.
Yeah, that was like a little B story that I thought they were going to go with, like freaking black guy's out on his own, and
he doesn't
then,
want he doesn't want this girl to follow him.
But she follows him all throughout the night and ends up getting bit by a zombie, and then that's the end of it. You're like, okay.
And there was no like the guy's like, oh man, no.
No, I just started to like you.
Yeah.
The little, I mean, the little story structure person inside me, it was yelling at the TV screen the entire time.
Yeah, there was little things that they set up that were like, okay, I could see them, coming back to that or calling back to it or doing something with that. No.
Yeah, it's
they start off with a good story and they're like, oh, let's throw in a retard joke here. Ah!
Not even good retard joke.
Yeah, not even a good retard joke.
Yeah, it wasn't even a retard joke. It was like, look, he's eating poo. Or something stupid like that.
It's zombie poo.
Yeah, you're like,
randomly there's like, zombie poo.
They're trying to bank off of these normal people's performances of being handicapped, and they weren't even good at that.
And you know what it seemed like to me? It seemed like they didn't even watch I Am Sam. They just heard about it and saw a trailer and like, all right,
I don't think they even heard about I Am Sam. No, I don't think they were just
not
nothing.
Rayman.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because they, like, honestly, I don't even think they got mental retardation down. Like,
no.
Like, they just, this I didn't know mental retardation meant you got to be in a wheelchair. Like, shit.
Or going,
yeah,
or wearing a bike helmet.
yeah. Like
A
that.
colorful
No,
bike helmet.
she could have had bad seizures or something. That's not retarded. It just means she passes out. She has low hemoglobin. I don't know.
That's the other thing. The zombies, totally just inept zombies.
Yeah.
And they spurted out like random fucking shit.
What do you mean?
The zombies, like they had Tourette's.
Oh well, you know what?
Well, that's because the Tourette's guy got bitten.
Yeah,
because
I remember watching it. And I'm like, all these zombies are saying out the same, like the just fucked up.
So
lines.
wait. So what you're saying is, if someone becomes a zombie and they have a
obviously they carry
and
over
they have
Tourette's.
a handicap.
Oh yeah,
The handicap is passed on along with. So
Yeah.
you're saying,
They're going to be shuffling along, going, brains, cocksucker.
Yeah.
So you're saying that now Tourette's, Down syndrome, polio, anything like that is now.
Yeah,
contagious?
it's not like the zombie virus cures you of any of these problems that you already have beforehand. You got sickle cell anemia. You still have it when you're a zombie. If anything, you're probably a little bit worse off. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe you're better off. Who knows?
I don't understand.
You're a necrophiliac. You're still gonna want to fuck necros if you're a zombie. I don't know where I was going with that. That was probably a bad example.
What the boss man wannabe motherfucker fucking the Asian chick?
Sure. That's what I was talking
Sounds
about.
good, Ben.
Thanks for saving me
Sounds
there,
good.
Ben.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, there was like the main character was banging a chick and she turned into a zombie while he was banging her.
And he just continued on
Let's
doing
just not, imagine that the zombie virus can get transmitted by, blood getting sprayed in their mouth, because that happened all over the place and nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, this movie seriously broke some capital zombie rules, such as, getting zombie blood in your mouth
All
will
right.
turn you into
One,
zombie.
let's go back to the beginning. What causes this zombie outbreak?
Yeah, they
go
don't
into
even
a
say.
cave.
There was a glowing thing.
They go into a cave and there's some like glowing thing.
A meteor, maybe? I don't know.
Inside
Was there a
the
news
cave.
report
I don't know.
anywhere?
I know. Butt crack was buried in that cave, face down. And they looked in there, and the guy was like, "Oh shit, butt crack!" And there was that weird,
it was the same
zing of light, and then he turned into a zombie, bit some other people. And
it was the same like premise as Butt Crack, where
So
you
see,
look
these
at
movies,
something.
these
and-
ultra shitty movies are sort of connected. See, it's perfect. I
Turned
get it
them
now.
and
I
making
get it
better.
now.
All right, I need to go into another soundbite because I'm running out of things to say for this.
The lighting.
No soundbite.
The lighting, Ben.
no.
Ben, the lighting.
The lighting is shitty. Here's a soundbite from Eric the Black Guy. Soundbite.
Jumper, I think the cops put me on the wrong fucking bus. Nah, I ain't at no boot camp. I'm in this cow shit surrounded by a bunch of Crips. Nah, not Crips as in Crips. Crips as in disabled, bitch.
So yeah, that was kind of a funny soundbite to me, because that kind of reminded me of the whole scenario. Like, he got on the wrong bus. Like that was kind of like you fall asleep and
Cops put me on the wrong motherfucking
I
bus.
thought that bus was sort of short.
that like reminds me of like the whole scenario. You fall asleep in the rocket ship, and it's like, what?
Wake up.
Lunch? I thought they said launch. And they're in space then.
Oh, yeah.
Guy fell asleep on the wrong bus, woke up at a tard camp.
It happens,
And they went with the whole like
That would have been
I'm
a funny movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should have
with it.
followed him around, but no, fuck that. He just kind of disappeared and then came back, and I don't know what the fuck was going on with that one. That was
even-
another storyline.
They didn't even
arc that just didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they didn't
so
even
much lost
explain.
potential. Like I'm not even like really that great a writer, but I feel like I should just rewrite this movie a way to make it funny or something like that, just out of pity. The retarded deserve a better zombie
Special
movie.
Dead 2.
I wanted it to be where like the counselors were all the counselors got fucking attacked and now they're zombies.
Yeah.
But like before they were zombies, they were picking on the
Yeah,
on the
that
disabled
would've been
people.
awesome. Something like
they were
that.
treating the disabled people all really like assholes. They're being fucking assholes and dicks to the disabled people, and then they become zombies. And now the disabled people just have to kill them. But they're killing them without knowing that they're doing it. Like, they're not doing it on purpose. Yeah.
But I'm going to have to chop off your head now.
Well, no, like in the one South Park episode where Timmy and Jimmy accidentally joined the Crips.
Yeah, that was funny.
And they annihilate a whole sack of blood, gang members.
Yeah.
All because they crossed the road at the wrong time when the tanker truck's like, oh shit! It doesn't want to slam into them, blows up the whole entire town. Like, shit like that would have been funny in this situation.
Yeah, it really should have been.
It would have been, a point for having it take place in a special ed camp.
Yeah.
Instead of just for the fact of being like, hey, let's make a movie with retard jokes.
Obviously, they didn't see The Ringer or anything like that at all. Because, like, that was actually... I can't say it was a great movie or anything like that, but it was far better than this.
It was making fun, but it had a point and a message behind it.
It was that kind of backwards thing, like they were making fun, but they were really making fun of the main character that was stupider than anybody else in the film. So.
Yeah, and again, South Park did the same thing.
Yeah.
With Eric Cartman, going into the Special Olympics, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna fucking win because." I'm not handicapped and they are, so obviously I'm going to win.
And the handicapped people kick their ass so bad. Yeah. They should have done the exact same thing.
Yeah, they should have. Instead, they didn't. They went the dumb route of just being like, here's special ed kids. Oh, look at the fucking little retard. Ha ha, there's no point in them being in here. We're far more superior than them. And that, to me, came off very, very offensive. That right there was just like, there's no fucking point.
I don't think I was offended by this movie so much as I was just, it had no point.
I was offended for watching it as a filmmaker.
I can't say I was
offended in like multiple ways. Just like,
I was expecting to get really offended at the jokes they were going to do, and they just totally missed the bus.
Yeah, I was expecting
they totally missed the short bus.
This is like an interesting study almost to a certain extent too, because it's like, you know what, if they it's weird, these people had the people that made this had no qualms about the story that they made.
Yeah.
Take out retarded people, put in like black people in this instead. Fucking outcry everywhere, I bet, and they probably would have realized that. But they automatically looked at like retarded people and they're like, "Look, it's funny because they're lesser people" or something like that, and put them in.
If you want something on that, while I was researching this movie, I did find an undead gangster movie.
I'll watch that.
That'd
be awesome.
It's basically a bunch of gang members from the inner city who are zombies. I think.
Yeah, but that's not. But they're not making.
After watching this, I can't really say for sure if that's really what it's about.
But is that really making fun of them? I mean, it would be different if it's like, there's a zombie outbreak on a plantation.
Okay.
Why do I just feel like saying, "Oh lordy, the zombies are at it again"?
Cinematography.
And the white masters saved the slaves, but then put them back to work.
That
would be offensive.
Now we've completely eliminated the zombie threat. How are we gonna rebuild a society? Well, good thing we saved half of this plantation here. I see.
The zombies are gone, but my cotton's not picking itself.
see, we're
cornbread.
See, we're writing a better movie just on the podcast.
Yeah,
I went into this movie with so much respect for them because they were tackling something that people didn't want to tackle.
It could have been funny.
Awesome.
It could have been awesome, and they just fucking were like,
Yep, because I love zombie movies, and I actually like, movies that sort of, try to cross the line a little, get a little offensive, try to, make people go, oh, they shouldn't have done that.
Here's another soundbite.
I ain't saying shit. I'd rather be here with these goofy-ass white bitches, riding horses, and eating pudding and shit.
I actually pulled a lot of soundbites from that.
You did.
From that
well,
guy.
I mean, this movie did have some good soundbites in it.
Yeah, at the beginning, and that's it.
Yeah.
Nick, are you back with us? Or you
what? Sorry. What? I didn't realize we were back. I kind of zoned out.
Well, he said his line. He's there riding horses, eating pudding.
I just got more interested in Facebook.
Yeah. Well, there's not a whole lot to talk about this movie other than the fact, what we've already touched on. I mean, my big complaint with this movie was the lighting. It was atrocious.
You mean lack thereof?
Yeah. I like literally, this is how I think they filmed half this movie, was at night, and they had one of those, utility poles with the huge floodlight on the top, and they just sort of filmed in a circular pattern around it. That's what I think they did, just used the floodlight as a light, because it was either almost no lighting or really, really hard, monodirectional college word.
Yeah. It's about monodirectional.
Monodirectional college word of the day, right there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say hard. What was the
hard monodirectional?
Okay. Back to talking about this movie, not just the fucked up philosophies that they had in this, but for them to have I guess this movie took place in a world where zombies exist. Like Fido, I guess, but
yeah,
it's like
far better movie, by the way.
Yeah, they've got
infinitely.
I mean, the main character talks, not the main character, but I guess old grandpa,
the dad,
crazy old coot, talks about how they've zombies have been around here and they bought the land real cheap because of it. So
I got that soundbite.
They knew.
Should I just play it?
No,
I'm playing it. No. Soundbite.
So, when did you and Uncle Mert do all the zombie hunting, Pop?
Right after we first bought the ranch. Why do you think we got it so cheap? Right smack dab in the middle of zombie country. Chaps my ass.
Danger zone. Danger zone. That's what happens when you live in zombie country.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Danger zone.
For them living in Zombieland, for so long.
No, not Zombieland.
For them,
zombie country.
Living in zombie country for so long, you'd think they would have figured
a
out
fence.
made a fence or come up with some sort of contingency escape plan.
Obviously,
maybe
if they never ever read The Walking Dead.
No.
Put a giant pile of dirt in front of the cave that has butt crack buried upside
down. The guy even said right there, he's like, I don't know why I haven't blown that cave shut yet.
Yeah.
If this is something that it keeps happening, fucking blow the cave shut.
Fucking invest in some plywood and nails at least,
Get a bulldozer, just push a giant rock in front of it.
Yeah, don't just have a door that's like, hey, come on in.
Shit.
Set your shoes next.
Look at the glowing whatever it was in the water that caused somebody to spontaneously zombify.
They all deserve to die.
Or if you want to hasten the apocalypse, you sell it to the government. Say here, $3 million. You can have this glowing whatchamacallit that's been causing zombies to spontaneously happen on my farm.
Study it,
but don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Another awesome line from the dad. Here, soundbite.
You ever ride a zombie horse, boy? I have. It ain't no fun.
That was a very incorrect statement because I have read and
Road.
Oh, this movie made me dumb. Or, who wants to say it?
Retarded.
No, gay.
As he whips out his cock and starts beating Scott across the face with it.
What sort of podcast is this? God,
Radio theater, my friends. Radio theater.
I was going to say that statement was, wrong because I have ridden undead horses on Undead Nightmare.
Ooh.
And it's actually pretty fun because you ride the horse and people's heads explode when you ride next to them. Makes the game really easy.
Yeah, but it makes it very sloppy. You have to keep cleaning off your boots.
This is a video game, not real life. Douche.
God.
Fuck you, soundbite.
Shut up, Mimsy.
So some people use sex as a weapon. Ben has managed to weaponize sound bites, it seems.
Yeah, because this really hurting me. I really don't like going back and listening to these damn things because, I watched the movie once and...
I have a few more on here, but I'm just not going to fucking do it.
Good.
Nope, not doing it.
Good.
All right, let's wrap this up. Let's do our final reviews. Nick, go ahead.
Movie sucked. Absolutely no reason to watch it ever. Straight up, I want to say 10. I'm thinking if there's anything in there. I mean, I did laugh at like maybe one part. So we'll give it a 9.9. just want to get through this so fast.
I compare this to being stranded on a raft in a sea of rapists.
What?
That's
Wait,
right.
and you're a baby or something?
No, well, you added that. No, stranded on a raft in a sea of rapists. You can paddle no matter which way direction as hard as you want. You're still gonna get fucked. This movie sucked. It was awful.
Scott, I love your analogies.
Thank you.
They are beautiful and magical.
I consider them works of art.
They are.
Everyone is painstakingly crafted mere seconds before I say them. So, yeah, that's my analogy of the movie. It was awful. It didn't live up to its potential. Very disappointing. Could have been great. Could have been the greatest zombie movie of all time.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, I feel like I should rewrite this thing just out of spite and pity for the title.
Ball equal dropped.
Yes. And with that, I would say this movie is getting a solid 9.8. And the lighting was awful.
Is it my turn?
Yep,
Yeah.
I believe it is. Yeah.
I give it a 10.
Yeah. Not much we really
I don't
got
need
to
to really
say.
say anything. You've already heard my opinions. This is pure shit. Offensive in so many ways because they didn't follow through.
This is by far an avoid at all costs. Like usually with these shitty movies, like you kind of have to watch it to
there's movies
enjoy it.
This one there will not be any videos up on YouTube. Not because it was just so bad or offensive that we won't want to put it up there in fear that they're going to.
Speaking of YouTube, check out our website at www.themoviedom.com. Okay, go on.
We're not afraid that YouTube's going to pull us or anything. It's because literally the quality of this movie is so shitty.
I'm pretty sure it's so shitty that every computer in the world will think it's a virus and not play it.
It is so bad that there's really no point of putting it up there. There isn't. If you really, I'm not even going to put a link to Amazon for this. It's not even on Netflix. Fuck it.
Yeah.
We're just going to
watch this movie.
Don't watch it. Just take
it's awful.
Take our word. It is bad.
It
is stupid. I give them props for making the movie. Bravo for actually
No,
I do.
Nope.
I do.
Nope.
They went out there
Nope.
and made it. They went out there
Nope.
and did something, but
nope. No props.
Don't sell this.
Everybody gets a little credit for going.
I give them a little credit, a very small amount of credit.
Nope.
For saying, hey, I have an idea. Hey, this is what we have. Let's go do it.
Nope.
But this is shit.
Not even doing that.
This should not be your claim.
The one argument I will give everybody is the fact that you can critique their shit and they can always come back and be like, "Well, what did you make?" And this argument does not hold up for this because they didn't even make a film. This was just the biggest piece
mail
of
from these people.
Oh my god, dude!
Hate mail from these people.
I'm.
Where are they going to send their hate mail?
This is a movie I would show to like a senator to try and get him to outlaw people making movies about retarded people. Or something. I don't know. I'm not going to do that, but I'm just saying I would.
It could have been awesome.
I go with you right there. I usually do, like all these movies, if we critique them, I give them props for making it. But with this, there was no structure, there was no nothing. This was seriously someone just grabbed the fucking camera, went off to some location, and just shot a couple things,
The
put it together.
subject matter's offensive, the lighting was offensive, everything that could possibly, like the
film
fact,
aspect was offensive, the script was offensive, everything was just bad.
It wasn't
pissed
offensive
off.
in the way that we wanted it to be.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
am
problem.
pissed off that this movie is out there because it's wasting bandwidth
You can
somewhere.
you can buy this on Amazon.
Yeah, you could buy this on
It's awful.
Amazon, but we are not. I am not
Amazon-
supporting this movie whatsoever.
Forward your hate mail to us so we can forward it to Amazon to try and get this movie removed from existence.
And I don't.
If I had a time machine, I would go back and I would probably murder everyone on this group.
All right.
It's like taking the mudslide down the wrong side of Ass Mountain.
What the fuck?
I don't know what that meant, but it was
Awful.
funny.
It's great.
It was better than the movie.
All right, here we go. I'm just gonna say this. I don't condone cyberbullying. I think that's kind of one-sided.
I do. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, be a man. We didn't have freaking internet to bully people when I was in a junior high.
Yeah.
You do it the old-fashioned
You can
way.
sit behind your computer and talk shit, or you can sit behind a microphone and talk
What the
shit.
fuck am I going to do on
But
Xbox now? Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
But with
Seriously.
this movie, honestly, this sucks. The people that filmed this, you guys are fucking retarded. You should not have made this movie. I'm not going to promote this movie whatsoever. We're going to put the podcast up, but we're not going to put any links up to buy this on Amazon or to find. It's not even on Netflix, but. If you want to go find that, that's up to you. We're not going to make it easy.
Yeah, you got to fucking be up.
You have to go fucking
I had
find
to
it.
dig for this one.
Yeah, we're not going to put the stuff up on YouTube. The only time this is the only thing that we're going to have about this movie. This podcast, that's it. We're not even going to go back to it later on when we have our whatever we're going to have the stoolies at the end of the year.
stoolies.
Stoolies.
Yeah.
Fuck this movie.
They're really
more news to come about the stoolies later on in a couple weeks. Just saying.
Yes. But this movie, fuck this movie. Fuck the people that had to do with this. Fuck you, Scott, for bringing it in. I mean that in a very daring way.
with a reach around.
Yeah. And a tickle at the end.
Oh, yay.
This movie was shit. And I do not suggest that you go looking for this to watch it.
Yeah, there are very few movies that I just give a complete thumbs down and say don't watch it at all. This is one of them.
Yeah.
It really comes down to Butt Crack, Fred, and this.
It takes a lot to offend me. Like, I'm just... This movie was
halfway
like...
through the movie, I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? Really?
I was just yelling
at
about
least-
the
at
lighting the
least-
entire time. I'm like, what?
This movie insulted me by having me watch it.
Yeah, it did. I mean,
mission accomplished.
At least, Butt Crack had some very small redeeming values. Just the fact that it's like, oh my god, look how shitty this is.
Hey, it
You
had
have
the
to watch
catchy
it.
song in it. The
Yeah,
churn the milk and
churn the
making
milk
butter.
and make the butter.
I didn't even watch that movie. I was out of town that week, and that song still stuck in my head.
Yeah, and Fred had some kind of interesting moments in there. It was produced better than the three, but I still won't go back and watch those. But out of the three, this one takes the cake. Would not go back to it. Would not suggest it. I don't even want it on my fucking computer. I'm deleting all the sound bites right now. All the sound bites are going. They're going. They're gone. Getting them off of this fucking machine.
I'm just pissed off that we had to spend like an hour to load them in.
Yeah,
Yeah, seriously.
It really annoys me. I'm getting this goddamn shit off of here right now. Here, you guys continue talking. What movie are we watching next week?
I don't know. Whose pick is
That's
it?
your pick.
Is it
isn't
my
it?
pick?
Isn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it's my pick. Shit, I don't know. Because we might have a guess.
Okay.
We might have a guess.
Our
Hold on.
first, actually, it may be our first ever repeat guest.
Really? Yeah. Oh yeah.
It
It is
she was on.
Julie.
She
Julie, who was here for our Indiana
Our Cold
Jones.
War expert.
Yeah, our Cold War expert.
and you know why she's coming back?
why?
Because we didn't show her a movie that made her physically ill.
No, but this time she's bringing in her own movie.
Oh,
So if she is here, we said this last week, where if she comes,
If the schedule matches
yeah,
up,
it's
we're pretty
yeah.
important people. So
Yeah.
just say.
if
we have
if
so
she-
much to do. in
if
so
she does
little
come
time.
next week, it's going to be again Ice Pirates. But if she
assume
doesn't,
we're not all dead.
yeah, if she
for the
doesn't
rapture.
come next week, I'm going to do this again. I have 3 different picks. Going to do. I want to try to keep it a little bit more of a bigger film. Get away from these really small independent things. So I'm either going to do Mortal Kombat,
Ugh.
the first one.
I've got an expert on call for Mortal Kombat
There
too.
we go.
Oh.
Star Wars Episode 1,
Ugh.
Phantom Menace,
Yeah.
or I've been holding on to this one. I think it's about time to do it.
Howard the Duck, 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 Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck.
Yeah!
I think Nick's a little excited.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, but Off the machine. Off the machine. All the sound bites are off the machine.
That was, yeah, okay. Well,
It's gonna.
I'm
That's
just
a new soundbite for getting, soundbites off.
yeah. Okay, yeah, just
And now they're gone.
wrap this shit up. I want to go.
All right,
I want
yeah,
out of here.
Yeah. Okay, so
I gotta ride the short bus back to my place.
we are at your place.
No, we're not.
We're on fucking Mars?
I meant the other room.
Oh, the other room. Okay. All
All
right,
we
so
were left behind.
oh
Rapture.
god. So until next week, if the world doesn't end, I'm Ben.
Salud.
I'm disappointed in these shitty retard movies that are supposed to be funny. I'm Scott.
I'm Nick.
And this has been the Movie Dumb Podcast.
Marky Post, Felicia Rashad, Eileen Graff, I wanna fuck that body. All the ladies are from the 80s, they make me burn. Joanna Kearns, we could take turns. Holy shit, did I just admit that I wanna take it from behind? From sweet Maggie Seaver